Hello. Right then, tried a slightly different setup, so I'm hoping this is going to work okay. Let me just check it has gone live on the page. Let me see. Oh, Angie's watching, so I must be live. I am, yay! Right, I hope technology is on my side tonight because I've had a few weeks of turmoil with technology, which isn't great when you do what I do. A, with this. Hi, Ange. And B, with my other life, which is building websites. So when you have technology issues, hi, Katie. Yeah, really puts a dampener on the day, you know what I mean? But I spent about an hour of Friday in the Apple shop in Birmingham and they've got me sorted. So I'm happy. Well, fingers crossed, it's all going well so far. I've done a couple of Zoom calls today and it's all gone fine. Hi, Vic! Lovely to see you on here. Glad you're still following my page. Vic is the reason I am here, just so you all know. So she introduced me to the world of Stampin' Up many moons ago, over 10 years ago now. And yeah, so it's her fault really that I'm here. So thanks, Vic. I love it. So yeah. And you. So today I'm going to share a card that we made at Saturday's class. It was really popular with the ladies that came. So I thought it'd be really good to show on this Facebook Live today. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more people watching. I think you can share it. I think you can share the live and say, come and watch. So if any of you fancy doing that, then that would be most appreciative. I've loved having some of the comments come from the last few weeks, and yeah, really enjoying doing these lives with you. In terms of news, obviously we still have celebration going on, and what I'm showing you today is actually out of the mini catalogue, which I think is in my tote. I don't think I've got one just here by the side of my desk, which is an oversight, I will admit. Let me just have a look. No. Let me grab this one. There we go. Sorry about that. Yes, I was telling people about that last week, Vic, where you can, if you click on the live afterwards, or even now I think, you can get notified when next time I go live so that you don't miss out. But I'm trying to be as clockwork as possible, which for my hectic life is quite impressive. That I think this is week 4 that I've done 7:30, 3 or 4. Can't remember. I ought to keep track, hadn't I, how many weeks I do it for without failure. And maybe give myself a prize when I get to a certain point. But yeah, you can get notified when I go live. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out. But I am trying to stick to 7:30 on a Monday. So you know when to tune in. So the suite that we're going to look at tonight, let me just open up the catalogue, is the first suite in the mini catalogue. And this is the page with all these hearts, and it's not that long till Valentines, is it? But the cards that we created on Saturday's class were actually suitable for weddings, for anniversaries, engagements, obviously the Valentines, if you've got a Valentine that you want to send a card to, or indeed a love you because you're my friend kind of one. And the ladies that came on Saturday, actually, I think there was even a Mother's Day card that got made. So it just goes to show how versatile this suite can be. And I'm going to show you some of the sweet, and then I'm going to show you the special fold that we did on Saturday. Okay, so let's see if I can make sure I can see comments, which I can. So I thought, let's just move that out of the way. I thought today we would do play with these from my heart. So as you can see, these are the papers. So they come with this beautiful foil, and then you get some nice pretty little non-foily ones, but you get obviously there's 6 sheets, double-sided, so you get 2 sheets of each in the pack. I am going to be doing a paper share so that you can get some of these without having to buy some of these and all the other papers that are in the catalogue without having to buy them all individually. So I will be posting details of that shortly. But yeah, this is the sweet. Just trying to see. So that's another one of the designs. So they're very heart-based and girly. But then you've got this one that you could use on all sorts of cards. Hi Louise, have been watching last week's. Oh Jill, well it was a good one I feel, so I don't think you're missing out unless you'd already seen it. Hopefully I am live and everyone's tuning in now. Somebody sent me a message. I wonder if it's because it wasn't working. Oh no, it wasn't. So just wanted to check in case I was broadcasting to thin air. So yeah, really pretty papers. I mean, this one in particular, look at how foily and shiny that one is. So really nice papers. And everyone at class got some of those to play with. And we made a range of cards. And I thought actually before I dive into making, I'd show you a couple of the cards we made. So hopefully you can see this one okay. And this was one that we made. So this is stamped, and then the sweet has a stamp set, and then it has a punch pack. So you get both of these punches in a pack together, and then you get the stamp set, which I appear to have just slightly misplaced. Hold on. Here. And then this is the stamp set. So you can buy this and this together as a bundle, which one of the ladies that came to class did. And it's quite good because it's not just, obviously you've got a lovely Valentines one, but you also have roses are red, violets are blue. So lucky to have a friend like you. So that you can kind of mix and match it from my heart to yours. Could obviously be used for anniversaries to your other half. Love you lots could be used for lots of different ones. And then there's a being friends is better than eating candy, but let's do that too. So you could use that for a friendship one. And then you've got some nice sort of doily style images. You've got the papers. So that's your bundle, the heartfelt bundle, which for all of that and that is £43, which I don't think is, you know, it's good. And then you also have in the suite, let me just show you these little, if I can find where I've put them. I've got that much on my desk tonight. So the other thing, I've been doing my accounts all day, so it's really nice. I've been looking forward to this all day because I am fed up of doing my accounts. So then you get these doilies. So you get red, and it's real red and flirty flamingo together. Obviously you could use the backside, which is white as well. But yeah, really cute little doilies. So they're great for toppers. And then the other element was some foil tins, which I might have left in the kitchen because I was going to try baking in them. I'll show you them on here. So you get these heart foil tins, and then you can decorate them with the doilies. We also have some nice little faceted gems. So that's these here. Come on. So you get all these, look, really shiny ones, red ones, pink ones. How lovely are them? So that's the little faceted gems. And then there is a ribbon, which is this gorgeous real red stitch satin ribbon, which we're actually going to use on the card. So, so that's the products. And then this was one of the cards we made. And yeah, I did this as an engagement card, and I just stamped that outline spotty heart and then used my markers as if to make it into like a little male-esque masculine sort of dinner jacket, and then this to represent the female one, the sort of doily stamped image, and then punched out with the matching punch. So that was quite popular. We had a couple of different simple designs of little stamped hearts down the edge, so doing it in the crumb cake, or I added the crumb cake as like an additional colour because it really makes a nice matte colour. So I think there's a couple more people joined. Say hello, just so I know who's popped in to see us. So yeah, just did sort of a Valentine's Day card. I suppose I shouldn't show that one really, in case hubby watches my lives, but I don't think he does. Soon find out, won't I? Then this was another one sort of I did as an anniversary card, used the doily and then trimmed that one down with the small with this punch. So I did the same stamp, one on real red, one on white, whisper white, and then used both punches to create the two different effects. So that's something else that you can do. And hi Becky, hope you're well. The lovely Rebecca Wilmore saying it. So yeah, and then just sort of did some stamping on the inside. So, and then the card that I'm going to show you tonight is this tag topper. So I did this with the lilies, if you remember, and used one in this style with the lilies, which inspired last week's Facebook Live, Monday Live. But I thought actually I'm going to show you how to create this closure and give you the measurements for that. And then I have actually got a PDF that I'll be popping on the blog so that you can download it. Sorry, I just need a slurp of my copper. So we're going to make that, but I'm not going to make this version because that would be a bit boring, wouldn't it? So let's make a new version. And I'm going to throw into the mix. Don't know whether it's going to work, but I'm going to do... I think I'm going to do an early espresso version. I don't know why. I've got a wrong piece of card actually, so we don't want that. Maybe that was the wrong way. So let me know what you think. Have you made one of these Scalloped Tag Closure cards before? So basically we're going to cut the cardstock, A4 cardstock, into half, like so. And that gives us what we would normally then fold in half to create as C6 card. But what I'm actually going to do first is mark the halfway mark. So this is 14.9. So the halfway mark, just going to make a mark at 7.5, and you could do it with a pencil. I'm just going to quickly do it with the scoring tool. And then at the other side. Okay. And that just creates a little mark so I know where the halfway mark is. Okay. And then we're going to use the Scalloped Tag Topper. I must say this has been used a lot in my classes. I'll put that down a bit so you can see it. Super useful for lots of things, not just tags, as I'm going to show you today. So yeah, really well used piece of kit. Great for making little tags, but also great for lots of other things. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to just open it up. So you just open it with the locks into place with that. And we're going to feed the piece of card over, can you see? Over this bit here and feed it in. And then I can see that the little mark I made, I've got it right smack bang in the middle of the punch, okay? And then with a bit of gumption, we're just going to punch it out like that. Try and make sure you keep straight as you're doing this, just so you get a nice finish. And then we're going to do it this way as well. So we're going to do it on both sides, making sure we've got it in the middle, making sure that the card is pushed right up to the edge of the punch, and then punch, making sure we get a nice crisp punch, so you end up with a piece of card like that. Okay, so now we're going to make our little, we're just basically creating the different base, card base, and then the next thing we do is get your trimmer back out, and you're going to score it at 10.5. Oh no, sorry, you're not. Ignore me, ignore me. Oof, had a moment then. What we're going to do actually is line up along the cutting mark where the edge of what you've punched out is, so that we can trim down. You could do it with scissors if you've got a really good eye, but you basically want to create a nice line with this just popping out. So just be really clever how you line it up, and make sure you don't go too far down. You don't want to cut into your tag top a bit, and then flip it over and do the same this way. Okay, and then flip it over, do the same from the bottom. So you basically end up with your base looking like this. Okay, and then we're going to pop it in, and you want to line one of the edges, straight edge, up at 10.5, which is a normal. Oh no, my scoring blade has fallen out. Oh no, I've not had that happen. Literally just grabbed it out of my bag. Oh well, we're going to have to improvise. It must be around here somewhere. Don't know where that's gone, but we will score with this while we've good job as a crafter. We've always got something else in our stash to make it work, isn't it? It must be around here somewhere. It's probably fallen on the floor or something. I didn't realise it wasn't in there. So then we fold that over, and that starts to form our card base. I would then do the same with this. In fact, let's just bring that back and use the track on there. So just want to score along there so you get a nice, and then that folds in, and that's how we create this bit here to tie together. Okay, so that's the basis of your card base to create this little tag topper closure. So the only things you have to remember is to make a mark at halfway, which is 7.5, and then the score, once you've cut all the extra bits off, is at 10.5 centimeters. And then we'll do some layering. So grab my little trimmer back out. So the matte layer, as we discussed last week, we're just going to take it down by 5mm, half a centimetre, just to 14.4 by 10. And that's going to create my nice little matte layer, like so. Okay, so you can start to see it come together. I'm going to start using some of these papers. Ooh, that would look nice, wouldn't it? Or maybe that one. I quite like that one. And I do quite like this one. Papers are too nice, aren't they? Yeah, I think that's the one. Let's go for that one. So obviously you could add a layer of card if you wanted to add another layer, or you could just add the paper. So for the paper, you're just going to cut it at 5.5. So that just takes it down by 13.9. As I say, I have a PDF tutorial with all these. Oh, I've obviously written that down wrong. 14.4 it should be. Honestly, I have a PDF with them on. I'm not looking at the PDF, I'm looking at my scrawled notes. Sorry about that. So now that should fit. Yes. Might just tidy that up a little bit there where I've not quite gone in as far on this side, just to make it look a bit neater. So you can just tidy that up. Let me just check. Slightly bigger than last time for some reason, but anyhow, I've got those measurements on there. So that's our little layers. Put this on the right way. I think actually I might trim it down, make it a bit smaller and add another layer just to make it really pop off. So we'll use our original one, won't we? And we might have a bit of Flirty Flamingo. Or the Real Red. I think Real Red actually. Let's go with some Real Red. What do you think? And we'll just do that at six and a bit. Just to create a nice little layer on there. Just trim that off slightly. That's a bit better. So we can start to build up our nice little card. Now I might do this as a wedding card maybe, or you could do it as one of the ladies mentioned doing these as sort of an acceptance card. It'd be quite nice, you know, when you've been invited to a wedding. Be a nice way of sending your little RSVP back. So I'm just going to start gluing this together now, and then I can decide what I want to put on the front. I mean, you could just keep these papers, couldn't you, because they're so gorgeous. Just love the foil effect on these ones. I think because it's got the two colours in foil, makes them feel really pretty. Let's glue this down onto here. Okay. Right. I think I might do a bit of stamping on the inside as well, actually. So let's have a look. So these papers actually come with one of the designs, which is super cool, where you can actually punch out of the papers so the papers line up. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to need to trim across here first. So I'm just going to see how you can punch out directly from the paper. So I haven't even got to do any stamping if I didn't want to. I could just use the papers to decorate it. Which is, you know, sometimes you might not have time for stamping. How rude, I know, but you know, these things do happen. Do like that. Just wondering whether a white doily behind it. I think the doilies are a slightly different shape. So in terms of layering, you could go with it. I don't know. So that's a bit busy for me. What do you think? It's a bit busy in total for me. I'm a bit more of a simple stamper. In quite the literal word. Don't know about that one. However, I might do a little bit of stamping on the inside to replicate those papers. So we have this lovely little heart one outline, and just going to do it in some real red. And just stamp, and maybe an off second generation one, maybe another heart one. That looks quite sweet, doesn't it? As I say, I'm not normally a hearts and love kind of girl, but this set and sweet, the whole suite, just really just intrigued me, and I had to have it, so I got it all. I'm just going to glue that on. I might not add a sentiment onto the inside until I decide who I'm going to gift it to. And then agree, as in it was too fussy. It was too fussy for me, Jo, I know. So, but I do quite like that there, and I'm thinking if it's popped off, that might look quite nice. And then I tell you what might look quite good, but I'm not sure. So I wonder if we could do the heart, the arrow, snip it out. Yes, I'm liking that. So let's get that stamped up. Maybe in early espresso, what do you think? So obviously, because this set comes with a punch pack, this little job is going to be a bit of fussy cutting. But you know what? Sometimes it's nice to take the extra moments and do a little bit of fussy cutting, isn't it? All my snips are in my bag, I think, from Saturday. They look good. I need the snips. I know, I haven't really crafted since I was at class on Saturday. Too busy doing accounts. So, as I say, I have been looking forward to the reason to come and craft tonight on Monday night. So getting quite a nice little feature on my calendar. Hopefully for you guys too. I left hubby doing the ironing. So after he's cooked tea, I don't think I've done too bad really, have I? Obviously I tell him this is work, you know. You have to, don't you? But yeah, he has cooked us a nice tea and then done the ironing while I've been doing my calls and my getting ready for the lives that I've been doing tonight. So yeah, and then I'm going to finish my tax return after this, which isn't the best way to end a Monday, but thankfully it only happens once a year. So I think we'll just cut this out. I don't know how I'm going to glue this on. I haven't thought that far ahead. We're thinking a little dimensional under the top and the spear and the tail. What do you think? I think it might just need a bit of glue actually, and then put the heart on top. I suppose you could have done this in brown. It might have even showed up a bit more, but we'll go with it. I'll smudge that out. Tiny bit too much on there. See, my ladies always go, oh, I get glue all over me. And I'm like, well, sometimes I do too, you know. Now you've seen it for real. Send him down. He's on his way, Jill. I can't complain really, can I? I hope he isn't going to watch this now. A, because he might see his Valentine's card, but B, I don't want him hearing me say nice things about him, do I? So yeah, I think, sorry, I was looking at that thinking, do I like it or not? But do you know what? I think I do. I think I quite like that. So then the last little bit is obviously just to tie these together. Now I've not cut this ribbon to test if it works. It was just a bit that was on my desk, but we'll see how we get on. We might need to cut a slightly longer bit. Who knows? I think we possibly will. Don't know where this bit came from. Yeah, we do. We definitely need a longer bit. So I had a longer bit somewhere. Here we go. Try again. If at first don't succeed, try again. So we're just gonna do this. Tie a nice little bow. Tie it off there, might tidy that end up too. And there you have it. So it doesn't really take that much to do this nice little fold, and I just think it's quite a nice different way of doing a card that isn't too confusing, that the recipient doesn't know how to open it, but it's something a little bit different. So yeah, let me know what you think. I know that a couple of people watching have made these with me so far on Saturday's class. I'm looking forward to, we're back at class on Wednesday for Card Club. As I say, if you're in the Rugeley area and you want to come along, then please let me know by tomorrow at lunchtime, just so that I can make sure we have the kits ready for you. And we look forward to some more crafting. One of the cards might be appearing here next week. You never know. So yeah, let me know what you think. I just have fallen in love with this suite. It's really, really useful, versatile, even though it's all about hearts and you just immediately think Valentine's. I think actually you could use it for so many different things. You know, this could be the birthday card to someone you loved, couldn't it, if you wanted it to. It just depends how you add your sentiments on. So I might put a little sentiment there. On this one, obviously I could do the similar, added forever and always out of itty bitty greetings. Love the addition of the arrow. Oh, good. So, yeah, I think it finishes it off, doesn't it? Bit of stamping inside just to reflect it. Yeah. Just goes to show what colours you can add in just to make it a different look, just by having that early espresso card base, just changes it up a little bit. And obviously when you've got a paper that just has a couple of colours in it, like this paper, you really can start to add in any of the neutrals. Will give it a totally different look. Obviously when we added the crumb cake in, that gave it sort of that kind of feel. So yeah, just by adding a third colour, you can really start to see how you can use these papers in a different way. So that's today's little live. Hope you enjoyed it. I can see quite a few of you still watching. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, I think, don't know, my screen was playing up then. I thought I was having more technology. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. Let me see if I can switch this back round now. There we go. I got a new stand, see. New setup, new stand. A little bit on the wonk. It's not me dry drinking. I'm on the coffee tonight. Look, little mug with my name on. I know. Good, isn't it? So thanks, Becky. Thanks for tuning in. As I say, you can get notified when I go live, and I hope to be back next week. February next week, isn't it? Blimey, where has the time gone? But yeah, we've got Card Club this week, and then next week is Card and a Cuppa. So I've got my team meeting. Anybody who wants to come along is welcome. So if you are wondering what it's like being part of a Stampin' Up team, we have lots of fun crafting. We have a natter. If you wanted to earn a bit of cash or just pay for your Stampin' Up addiction, then being part of the Stampin' Senoritas is obviously something that I would recommend. I have been a demo 9 years now. 9 whole years. I know. So, and I love it. I keep going because I enjoy the people that it brings me in contact with. I love my little team. And yeah, my Stampin' Up friends around the world literally are part of the reason why I love being part of it. And the fact that you get all your stuff with a discount. So, you know, if you've got a big wish list, then now's the time to join. You can get extra in your kit, and you can test out the discount for as little or as long as you want. There is no commitment in terms of you have to be a demo for 3-6 months. You test it out for as long as you want, and test out the discount until you've shopped enough. And that's it. That's it really. I just happen to have got a little bit addicted, and it's 9 years later. But I do have a nice craft room. So yeah, it's entirely up to you. If you've got any questions about that, then please do drop me a message. I'm happy to give you a call, chat it over. If you're local, come along to meeting next week and see what it's all about. So that's it for me. I'm going to go finish the dreaded tax return, and I will see you next week. Thanks everyone. Bye.